Always shooting for is to keep the angle on the side equal. And right now we're in break stuff territory.
Guys, there's only 3 days left of the Shelby Super Snake giveaway along with $30,000 cash. And for the last couple of days, what we're gonna do is go back up to 25x. This is what we started with. Now we are ending with the highest multiplier we're ever gonna go. So don't miss out on this opportunity of lifetime. That truck right there, along with $30,000 cash, could be yours. So be sure to visit goonzquad.com, check out all the official rules, copy some gear, and you might just be the lucky winner of that right there.
Anybody watching these videos, don't ever buy a rust-free Skyline.
You're telling me if this don't work, we gotta get a new frame?
Yes, sir.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the Goon Squad garage, and as you guys seen in the previous video, V-Tune came out here and we started doing some serious pulling on this G63 over here, and we did run into a few little issues with the strength of this car. This car is actually pretty dang stout, and we're getting to pulling this rear end. Basically, that whole roof section needs to come back. And as you guys can tell, we got 2 pulls going right here, but that is not enough. We don't have enough extensions to get the proper angle, and we just don't have enough of these poles or rods or whatever you call it to set up enough hydraulics to get it pulled out. So we already ordered a couple more of these rods right here, which are gonna be in tomorrow in the morning. So we can't do nothing with the roof section for now, but you know what? V-Tuned is out here once again, and we're gonna move on to the other side.
Yeah, so basically we're gonna move on to the other side because it kind of got smashed in over here. I'm pretty sure this was the wheels doing. You know, that wheel got ripped off and just smashed right in there. So I think we're gonna start over here. Just do a couple of pulls, basically pull this out right here and see exactly what's going on.
Yeah,
right here.
This one's gonna be much easier than that right there. I think this should be just a simple, just pull out a little bit, replace it.
Simple skin. We're gonna probably splice it in right here, splice it in up here, and then it should be good to go.
And we still got a bunch of other stuff to do as well on top. So we got plenty of work to do without even pulling out that roof to the back. We got lots of prep work on our hands. So we got plenty of work to do. Let's just go ahead and dive right into it.
Check it out, guys. We got this entire area right here pulled out nicely. We actually have to grab the chain, put this little pulley, and kind of pull everything down exactly how it pushed it in. And honestly, I gotta say, it doesn't look too bad in here. Everything looks good. This piece right here is gonna need to be straightened out just a little bit, get all that seam sealer off, and then we'll be ready for our new piece. But we really can't do anything with our new piece just yet because that piece actually slides underneath the windshield frame, which is right here, and that thing is completely destroyed. So right now what we're doing is we're kind of trying to get the roof skin off, and we're having a little bit of trouble because there's a little bit of plastic and glue right here where they use the trim. So we're just going at it. We got all the spot welds up there, And pretty much all these pieces go in sequence, so we're gonna have to put the roof on, put the windshield pillar, and then this lower section, you know. So I mean, it's coming along good. Just a lot of grinding, you know.
Yes, sir. It's pretty dang tough how that roof is actually held on. So a bunch of spot welds, even some laser welds, and some glue. And on top of that, that little flap right there up top, super thin. So it's kind of difficult to pop that roof off, right?
Just gotta be super delicate with it and make sure you don't mess it up, because as you can see, we're saving this piece right here. And if you cut too much, we won't be able to get the new roof welded on.
Exactly, yep. So I guess right now, we're gonna keep on moving with that roof, try to pop it off, then eventually remove that windshield frame right there, and then we'll start cutting that little skin right there, right?
Start test fitting new parts.
Alrighty guys, so we pretty much met our match right here. This sucker right here has got us stumped. We literally can't move anymore. After doing a few things, we found out some pretty crazy stuff going on with the G-Wagon. Of course, we removed some of these damaged skin components, mainly around that windshield frame right there. And look at this, we even tested out this new windshield frame skin right here, and it lined up pretty dang good on the bottom, but look at up top right here. I mean, we're gonna have to ask V-Tuned what's going on, because he knows a little bit more than I do.
Well, basically, the roof is still pushed over quite a bit. Honestly, I didn't think it was that bad, but looking from how this is, it's probably about an inch on this side, inch on that side, and we don't have the pulling towers to pull it over, so I guess we're gonna have to take a little bit of a break.
Exactly. Literally, we don't have this bar and we don't have the pulling towers. We can honestly work without having this header bar for now, but it's just, I guess we're gonna have to wait tomorrow morning for those extensions to come in, and then we're gonna be able to set up like 4 posts and pull this out, pull that side as well, and then we can actually splice in that rocker panel over there. Right now, we can't splice it in because if we were to just go ahead and work on that and then pull it, it'd cause some absolute damage. It'd probably just rip that piece over there.
Yeah, it'd rip it, warp it, it would just, it'd be a big old mess.
Exactly. We don't want that, but I guess as of right now, you know what we can do? We can wash all of our cars. I'm just kidding. What we're gonna do is just clean up around this frame machine. I mean, there's a huge mess going on. I think it'd be awesome to have a clean working environment. So let's just go ahead, sort some things out, get it cleaned up, and we'll catch you guys, I guess, in the morning to do some pulling.
So what we can do, so to get higher, is we'll take this guy and we'll bolt it back here, and we'll still use that station. And so now that'll keep our angle, because what we're always shooting for is to keep the angle on the side equal. And right now we're in break stuff territory. Once that angle is equal on both sides, you can push it to the moon until the roof flies off. But yeah. everything I've ever learned with this machine was not because I did it correctly or somebody told me. It was, you know, you have to think so differently with this machine, because a lot of machines you don't have the ability to also put this many pulls so close. So now you've concentrated, all of a sudden each one's 10 tons, and then you do some physics if you put it over the top, and now that's actually magnifying what the pull is. So now you've got, you know, 15, 20 tons on the roof of this thing all in one tight little spot, which is awesome, but it's all about letting it off softly.
All right, so now the issue is basically we got this figured out. These bars are not bending anymore. We got the right angle of the dangle, all that good stuff, but now it's pulling so hard that it's literally lifting up the front end of this G-Wagon. So we either got to chain it up front there, or we can just put a bottle jack right there.
And the bottle jack right there is going to be a good fix,
Yeah.
because that's attached to the, that's the trailer hitch attached to the frame.
To the frame, exactly. So that should do the trick, and then that should allow us to get that nice, solid overpull, basically. See, it's all about that angle.
Now listen to the angle.
If that clamp goes flying, what do you want it to hit?
The Camaro.
Really?
Just let it smack that front end as hard as possible.
Dude, I say we leave the Ventador there.
Honestly,
How cool would it be if there was a clamp in the side of the
not
Ventador?
cool. Not for me.
I'm just kidding, but yeah, we don't want anything to get hit, but there is,
It can hit the boat. Boat's fiberglass. You can fix
it'll
that.
bounce right off that boat, won't it?
Yeah.
3/4, and now
But
we're
dude,
down
this
to
right here
2 1/4.
is doing some work.
Dude,
now,
literally
dude.
after figuring out a few things, man, it's looking so good. And having those longer posts or whatever you call it.
And the angle, everything just, I mean, we're already over pulling. We were never able to do that. Now we're, you know.
Dude, it's all about connecting everything correctly. All the chains, all the angles right there, and then having that angle correct as well. We don't even need to add another hydraulic, really.
Oh, dude, that thing's doing all the work right now.
Dude, that's awesome.
This is all because of vector pulling. I can't say that Blackjack came up with this design. This is a European idea, but it's basically using the area of, this is basically your vectors in here, but it lets you, you know, pull anywhere from this machine. There is no limitation to which way you're going to pull. It's just thinking about it, you know.
Yeah.
And we're both learning every time we use it. You
Exactly.
know?
Yeah, it's so universal, so versatile. It's almost endless learning, pretty much with it.
It's each time you're going to learn something new every single time.
Ooh.
Well, should we do the extra? Put a little bit more on it, just because we're. See if we can hit the Camaro.
Woo.
That was the chain underneath.
Hey, we need like a super long stick.
Super long
You're out of the
leg.
line of fire right there, at least.
Wow. Dang, look at the gap on the left.
Him cook.
Oh, you hear that?
Get the hammers going.
Just let it simmer.
Yeah, let's go have lunch or something, or dinner.
Drive the GTR around.
Anybody watching these videos, don't ever buy a rust-free Skyline, because they don't exist.
Wow.
If they say it's rust-free, they just haven't dug deep enough, because they're just cars from Japan on the ocean, never meant to make it to America, never meant to last this long. But they're fast, and they're beautiful, and they start right up because they're Japanese.
All right, so next day here, guys, and we got a lot of epic stuff going on. Of course, Adam came out here with some more frame parts, and he just took us to absolute school, and he taught us how we should be using this right here, especially at a height of like that caliber right there with this G-Wagon. Outside, I do want to mention as well, we got some epic stuff going on with that carport. We're doing an extension and basically having more storage. So once that's done, we'll show you guys that. But over here, look at this, guys. We got some serious pulls finally going to this roof just like we wanted it. And it opened up that gap right up top right there, and on this side it's kind of tight. But when we release these hydraulics, basically it goes right back into place. I don't know what's going on, but what do you
It's
think?
basically high strength steel, so we're gonna have to just keep pulling it, keep releasing it, and just basically just slowly
Yes,
pushing it back into place. I mean, that's what framework is. You know, you're not gonna just get it on the first try, so it's definitely gonna take a minute. But I also think we might need to pull this front section over a little bit.
Yeah.
Because when we tested the windshield frame, it was about an inch off. And I think if we give this a nice little pull right here, it'll kind of bring all this metal out and kind of bend it back into place. And hopefully the gaps get smaller, you know?
That's a really good point. Hopefully that works right there. And then once we get this figured out right here, that's gonna mean basically we can finish up the rest of our framework and continue with that side over there. So let's get it. If this don't work, we gotta get a new frame. All right, guys, so after pulling the windshield section out a little bit more, the back door actually lines up way better. The gaps are pretty much perfect, but it's still under tension up there. We're gonna just leave it like that. That way it doesn't spring back and it's just gonna cook overnight and hopefully it doesn't move anymore. But the windshield frame fits up a lot better and all that good stuff. But the next thing that we did was move on to this side to just check everything. And V2 noticed some pretty nasty frame rail damage. So he looked over here and it looks like the wheel, whenever it wrecked, it pushed in the frame rail right here, put a dent in it, and it kind of like damaged all this. But as you can tell, his work just straightened everything out and it looks good, dude. Dude, that is crazy how you were able to actually pull that out. But wouldn't you say it's a pretty dang tough frame, dude?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's double boxed. I'm pretty sure there's like some structural support inside it. I've actually never seen a frame like that.
Dude, overall the G-Wagons are so dang tough, man.
That frame rail is actually boxed in completely. There's no holes inside this part right here, which that means this thing can basically last forever. Never will rust, dude.
Dude, that is awesome right there. Look at all the stuff we had to do. We had to add like 3 hydraulics pushing it that way, 1 hydraulic this way.
We don't have enough stuff to pull. I mean, we're pulling so much on this thing that we're running out of pulls, dude.
Exactly, but that's pretty much it, right? For the pulling, we can't do much more as far as framework goes.
Basically, just gotta wait on a couple of parts, and then we'll be able to fully weld this sucker together.
Yes, sir. But also, while we're working, dude, we're cracking open some parts here, and look at what we cracked open: a massive caliper and also rotor. It's not the same color, but you know what? Brand new for an amazing deal, dude.
Brand new. We thought this was used, but it came with new parts, and this thing is just I don't even know what word I'm about to use. It's a new thing. We just need to paint this thing red, slap it on there once our rest of our suspension comes in, which I think it might be in right here. I don't know what's in these boxes, but we got some G-Wagons.
This is a whole entire pallet of brand new Mercedes parts. I guess let's crack this stuff open and just see what we got, honestly.
Dude, let's do it.
right, so check this out, guys. So we just cracked open about $4,000 worth of brand new Mercedes parts that were on that pallet right here. We got some good stuff here. First off, we got these super heavy duty radiator brackets. I mean, them suckers are super strong right there. Happy to have that. We got this air duct right here, or air guide. Look at these massive brake pads right here, dude. I've never seen anything like that before, but I guess for a 7,000 pound vehicle right there, you gotta have that stopping power to slow that sucker down right there.
You got that right, man. That thing is heavy.
Crazy right there. Also got like some cooling lines, some oil lines, all that good stuff. Got this little brake dust guard. Got the upper control arm and also the knuckle right here and the lower control arm and the hub. Dude, this is some heavy duty stuff right here, and it's awesome that we finally got it. Because honestly, dude, once we get done with that, we can put this all on and go for a test drive, man.
Dude, rip it around before we even paint it. That's gonna be epic.
Dude, we really wanted to actually drive it like up onto the frame machine and all that good stuff, but that didn't work out. It's all right, we'll save that for later. Also got all the coolers about right there. I think we need one more cooler. We got that on the way as well. But anyways, guys, we got some good news on the roof. So our new roof is actually finally in at the dealership. We just got to pick it up, which will probably be in the very next video. But as of right now, let's just show you guys what the guys did over here at the carport. Look at this, guys. We finally got an extension going over here. So the reason why we couldn't go so big is because these buildings can only go so wide. So this is basically just like an add-on right here. This is gonna be perfect for storing a bunch of parts. We're gonna probably box off this side or put a wall on that side and this side right here, and then build a bunch of shelves and just store a bunch of parts, clean out that garage, get organized, guys. And also we're gonna build a wall on that side as well, just to close it off from the rain. So we wanted to just give you guys a quick update on this, but that's gonna be a wrap for today's video, guys. We got some epic things coming here really soon. So drop all your comments and thoughts down below. Thank you guys for all the love and support. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.